Hi, my friends. I want to share with you my current crush. My favorite deck right now. This is my most used deck. I adore it. It's shot right to the top of my most used decks. And not a card I don't like. Love the energy of it. Love the art. I think it's fantastic. Cardstock's not my favorite, but it's great and it shuffles really nicely. This is not a new deck. It's been around for a while. It's an indie deck, Tarot de Saint Croix by Lisa de Saint Croix. I got this at the Reader Studio. This seems to be a thing that happens now, and this is the second time where about halfway through the Reader Studio, I stumble on a deck that I wasn't anticipating on getting, and it becomes the deck. And last year it was the Japaredza, and this year it was this one. I adore it. I love it. I mean, I don't have enough nice things to say about it. So it comes in a great box, has a little guidebook, which is definitely worth your time because it does something I really appreciate, which is it explains in many cases what or who you're seeing on the card. For example, we'll look at the Magician, and the Magician was inspired by the poet and Sufi mystic Rumi. The star is Newt. There's a lot of information in this little guidebook that will tell you, it's not a whole lot, it's not a treatise, but it'll show you some interesting things about the card you're looking at. And I love that. So love the guidebook. I love the backs of the cards. Let's just get right into it and zoom in. Back of the card is this beautiful, I think it's not intended to be sort of spooky or haunted, but I sort of love that it is. It's very orange. People seem to be put off by that, but I have to tell you in person, it is not remotely bothersome. I really happen to love orange anyway, because I find it really warm and pulls you in. I love this back so much. So let's just walk through. And celebrate the beauty of this artwork. Very handmade feeling, which I love. Very representational. A lot of cultures and diversities represented here. It's modern. It's period. It's timeless. I think it's got a gorgeous balance of time periods. Some really beautiful interpretations. I really cannot say enough things about this deck. So here's the Fool. There's the Magician, the High Priestess. I just adore this deck so much. This Empress is so breathtaking. I mean, the blue and the red. I mean, come on. I could stare at this all day. So gorgeous. The Emperor, sort of a Roman Emperor moment. The Hierophant is the Dalai Lama. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lover's card. Look at that. Oh, isn't this gorgeous? I love this deck so much. The Chariot. Strength. This actually looks a lot like the artist. The Hermit. Let me just give you an example of, I mentioned Rumi, but the Hermit is... what does she say? The Hermit is Curandara, a healer and wise woman from the American Southwest or Mexico. She cures both physical and spiritual illness by using the forces of nature and herbs. She's so good. She lives in New Mexico, and she said that has really influenced the colors and the style of the art, and it's just so gorgeous. Anyway, let me keep going. So that's the Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, if there were a card in the deck that wasn't my favorite, it's probably this, but I still like it, and you know how I am about Wheels of Fortune anyway. Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. Look at that Death card. Oh my god. Look at it dancing. It's so fantastic. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower with wings flying away. It has a little Icarus and Daedalus moment. I wonder if she references it. I read through this when I was at the Reader Studio, and of course promptly forgot everything. But Shiva, the god of destruction, sits in the tower and is illuminated by a flash of lightning. Shiva tells us that change will bring release from habitual patterns that no longer serve us. Startled ravens fly out of the tower. A woman journeys back on the back of one freed from old constraints. Beautiful star. The moon. The sun. So joyous. I love this. Judgment. And the world. So gorgeous. Then we get into the minors. Now it's fairly Rider-Waite-Smith with some refreshing twists, which I enjoy. Here's the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Love this one. 10. I really like this one too. And then we get into the courts. Here's the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, Queen, King. I believe this is Hermes, if I'm not mistaken. Hermes, yep. Here's the Ace of Cups. I love that it's a champagne glass. Come on, cheers. 2 of Cups. 3, 4, 5. Ugh, I just love that. There's something so beautiful about that. I love this 6 with the little girl with the tea party and the troll doll. I just love that so much. 7 of Cups with the tea leaves. So cool. The 8. The 9. That's really fun too. The 10. I really like this. Here's the Page. The Knight. The Queen. The King. Here's the Ace of Swords. The 2 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. Fairly Rider-Waite-Smithy, but you know, I'm used to it. 4 of Swords. That's really cool. I really like this 5 of Swords. It's really deep. 6. That's sort of beautiful. 7. 8. This 9 I really like. Because there are ways, this window sort of thing is like reflecting these swords. It's just really cool art. And this 10 is really kind of breathtaking too. Love this Page of Swords so much. It's just super modern and cool, but it doesn't feel too, like, I don't know, too like hip. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, or sort of Arthurian Lady of the Lake moment. Here's the Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beavers building a dam. 9, 10. Here's the Page. And the Knight. The Queen. And the King. So it's so beautiful. Again, well, I should probably zoom out. cardstock, you know, it's not going to be that cardstock that makes you go, oh yeah, but it's a really nice cardstock from a shuffling standpoint. It overhands really nicely. There's no stickiness to it. It's matte. It riffle shuffles really nicely. It just feels really good to hold. It's just a really warm, inviting tarot, you know, and it's just, and I love the choices almost universally. You know, again, there's not a card I don't like in this deck. I just really, really, really love it. Unequivocally. I'll lay some out for ya. Just the warmth of those oranges is so just, it just pulls me in. I love it so much. Look how nice. Ah, so pretty. I love this deck. Oh, I love that Empress. It's so good. So this is the deck I've been reading with almost exclusively since I got back. I've also been using the CBD a little bit, the CBD Bendav Marseille, but these have been the two that have been out, and I love them, and I love this. So this is the Tarot de Saint Croix by Lisa de Saint Croix. I probably should have asked if she says Saint Croix or Saint Croix. I never really, I should have asked that because I knew I would end up doing a video. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Bravo. Love it. Go order it. And we'll talk soon.